Hello everyone, Michael Mechanical here. Last night I did a live stream and I was pretty pissed off. You know, it's actually it's actually funny that I struggle to breathe a little bit at the moment, but it makes sense. I can still breathe, it's just when I'm talking, it takes a lot out of me. Last night when I got upset, I found out today when I was vetting that information that I made a mistake, that the information I was trying to verify that it was not fake or anything. I found out this morning that they didn't essentially do anything wrong there. It was just on another page and I didn't notice it or see it. So when I was scrolling up and down, I wasn't scrolling to another page to see if there was a number on the prior page where it started. Two jobs were on a different page, and that is why I gotta essentially say sorry for that one, because that was my mistake, not realizing that. Yeah, but it still made me mad, and I didn't even know that I made a mistake to make myself mad. So I made myself mad. I didn't go to work today. I probably won't tomorrow, but essentially the day after that, I'm going to have to surrender everything that is stated in the contract and whatnot. So the problem I have is I'm still getting gypped out of something, compensation for damage to this vehicle that costed so much to get fixed because the way the work was done, how soon I needed the job to be fixed. That's, me essentially telling someone else to stop what they're doing and come fix this. That's essentially what I had to do to get this fixed. And I did get it fixed, and it got fixed. Almost immediately after I got to the shop, they went ahead and they fixed it, but they had to organize everything that I needed. La-di-da-di-da, etc. And not to mention, when they have to go to the shops to get something, and the shop around the corner is always full of people, and then if you don't have the right ticket in your hand, you literally have to go get another ticket and back to the back of the line, and it's like 10-minute wait per person at that store they have around the corner, because, well, I had nothing better to do, so I went with someone to go get the part, and literally we're waiting 10 minutes per person. There's like 6 people in the lineup, which kind of stunk. So I call it 10 minutes. They had about 3 guys at the counter, so it didn't really take that long, but still, there was a long wait, long enough. And that was like a year ago, so it's not really a problem anymore. That's been fixed, but compensation has not been received still, a year later, even though the person who said they'd compensate me and get paid for this repair, he says he's paid. The people who said they would take payment said they'll contact the customer, and they've put it in a loop where it's essentially like I contact them and they'll contact them, and then I get back, it comes back to me and I contact them, and then they say they'll contact. They've literally put us in a loop, and the only person right now that can break it is me, because I can either walk away from it or I can literally take the issue further because of them saying they're just going to contact the customer. That's essentially them calling and saying, "Oh, you're getting more work for us. Give him a job instead. He doesn't need compensation. Get real." The reason I'm annoyed is because essentially they put me in this circle. Whenever I did contact them, the reason I got sick of contacting them is because I'm waiting. I've asked them for evidence that they paid me the compensation, but they're just like, "I will contact the customer." They didn't go to check any records. They didn't go to check anything. And if they had any information from that specific job, they would have essentially gone, snapped their fingers, gone and looked into it and saw that, hey, compensation shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up that date today. I'm going to go get that job number. Maybe tomorrow, though. Never know when. I'll pull up that specific date. I'll get the information I need off of that date. And then I'll go to them and give them, essentially, I'll give them their last chance to say that they're going to deal with it or say something, because essentially that's not on, and I can take it further, and that's why I'm upset with them, because they've literally screwed me around. I'm literally going to take this as far as I have to take it in order to make sure that they play by the rules, because that's not fair to us. We're the people with the vehicles that need to be maintained, and we apparently have rules against doing things to them, but this is outside of those rules in which they have nothing to cover themselves with, because there is no way for them to cover themselves. Someone said they paid, they said they would deal with it. There is enough verbal evidence that if it went further, they're not going to like the outcome. Okay, they should have had records, and if they didn't have records, they then need to, in future, fix this, get their shit together, and essentially make sure that they keep records for absolutely everything. If you make a promise to make a payment, there is now verbal evidence for using your phone that can be subpoenaed, essentially. Worst comes to worst, yeah, there's your damages right there. It screwed me over because it made it harder for me to be able to work. Sure, I could pay it and I could still work. The problem was, it was not very easy for me, and it still wasn't easy for me, because I looked at the numbers. If I could have kept that would have made the racks go on sooner. That's one of the things I learnt about that one payment that I had to make to get this fixed. And I needed it fixed because it was then a safety hazard where the side doors could have slid off the back. Even though this door holds the rear door and the rear door holds that door, it could still happen. If that latch lets go, the door's flapping, this door slides back, done. It's gone. The door will slam into someone, it'll fall off the ute and slam into another vehicle, because I sometimes have to remove these side doors for work, and the clips on these things are annoying. I've seen other vehicles, some of them have the quick release sort of stuff, and some of them just slide on and off, and that's it. Anyway, I got a few things I